Since I don't have a 9 to 5 full-time job anymore, people ask me quite a bit, well, what do you do all day? So I thought I would share how I do spend my days not having a full-time job and being financially free and a millionaire. I am Tiffany Thomas with thewealthytiffany.com, and I achieved financial freedom at age 38 and became a millionaire at age 40. So if you are looking to achieve financial freedom at a young age as well, hit that like button and hit the subscribe button, and we're going to dive right in. Being able to spend my time how I want and not worry about money is a pretty big deal because a lot of people work a 9 to 5 job and they set their alarm clock and they rush off to work all day, at least 8 hours, if not more than that, and then they come home exhausted and veg out, watch TV or Netflix, and then they do it all again the next day. And they are looking forward to the weekend all the time. So their favorite day is usually Friday because they don't have to work the next day. And then the weekends are spent either catching up on things that they haven't been able to do during the week, like getting an oil change or going grocery shopping or doing some type of fun activity that they have been wanting to do, but everyone else is doing those same things on the weekend as well. And there are longer lines to do all of these things, which means it takes longer to do those things. I do feel fortunate to be financially free and not have to work a 9 to 5 job, but have the option to work a 9 to 5 or even work part-time if I wanted to. So my life is a little bit different. I start out my day by not setting an alarm clock, waking up when I want to wake up. Unless, of course, there is something early going on that I want to get up for, then I will set an alarm clock for that. But most of the time, I don't set my alarm clock, and I will go to a Zumba class 3 times a week. And then the other days vary. I did yoga for a while, and I would go on walks by myself around the neighborhood or down by the river, which is not too far from my house. And recently I decided to start a walking group, so now I've been on walks with some friends. And not all of my friends can go on walks because they do have a normal 8 to 5 job, but some of them have a flexible schedule, and then some of them work for a school, so they have summers off. And I've also practiced doing my own Zumba routines since I recently got Zumba certified. But essentially when I'm not going to a Zumba class, then I get to choose the type of exercise that I want to do. And then after I've worked out, I come back and eat breakfast, which is usually oatmeal, and I buy the huge bag, like a 20-pound bag of oats, and keep that in my storage room, and then I just have a container in my kitchen that's smaller, so I put some oats in there and I just refill it from the oats that I have in my storage room, which are not still in the bag. I put them in a pail. But that way I'm able to buy the oats in bulk and pay less for them because I know that I will eat a lot of those over time. So that's just a little side note to help you save a little bit of money if you know you're going to be eating the same foods a lot and they aren't going to expire anytime soon, then you can buy them in bulk and just store them and then have a smaller container in your kitchen. And then if I haven't cleaned for a while, I will do some cleaning sometimes, and then I have a specific weekday that I do my laundry. And then usually I will get ready for the day unless I'm going to the pool or something that doesn't require me to be ready for the day. And then I have lots of options for what I want to do throughout the day. And that includes visiting my family or even talking to family members on the phone or sending Marco Polos if you have done that. My sister and I do that a lot, and she will send me Marco Polos with the kids as well, so that's super fun. Or I will work on creating content for my business, like this video, for example. And then I will also do some client calls that I have. And I like working on my business because it makes me feel more fulfilled rather than just watching TV or not sharing my knowledge with other people and being able to serve others. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, if I didn't have a 9 to 5 job, I don't even know what I would do and I would feel really lazy. But you can actually find a lot of things to do that you are passionate about, and you can really help people in ways that you want to be helping them instead of having someone else tell you what you need to be doing. And I have a good friend that we try to go hiking once a week. We've slacked off a little bit this year because we've had so many things going on, but it's really nice to hike during the day while everyone else is at work because then the hikes aren't as busy. And then I will eat lunch at my house, and I like to eat outside when the weather is nice, or I can even meet up with a friend for lunch. And before COVID hit, I was doing lunches every once in a while with some of my entrepreneur friends, which was really fun because we would just kind of rotate houses and we would all bring our lunches and just chat about what's going on in our businesses, and we could get ideas from each other or inspiration or just encouragement. But also we weren't spending any extra money by going out to eat. I do own rental properties, so sometimes my time is taken up by taking care of those rental properties, whether that is showing a room for rent or going over there to fix a problem, or for example, my AC in my condo has recently stopped working properly, so I have been going over to the condo and meeting some HVAC people over there to get bids on a new air conditioner. So there are some things that will need to be taken care of regarding my rentals since I do manage them myself, but I'm not going over there constantly all the time. And it could be weeks before I go over to one of my places, depending on what's going on. So it's nice to have that flexibility so that I can really manage my properties and not have to ask someone if I can leave work and then come back later. And another thing I've recently been spending my time on is writing my own book. I do have one book already, which is shorter. So this book that I'm working on now is my signature book. So it's going to be longer and it's my journey to financial freedom. So I am really excited to be working on that, and it has taken me a lot longer than I thought it would, but I will eventually finish the book and publish it. But it's really nice to have time to spend on writing my own book. And going back to family, when my sister goes out of town, I'm able to go up to her house and stay there and house sit or pet sit, depending on which pets she's taking with her or which ones she's not taking with her. And also water her plants like her strawberries, which gives me a nice change of pace to stay somewhere else. Her house is really nice, so I don't mind staying there at all. And then she also gets to get away for a while and not have to worry about her house or her pets. And I've even been able to watch her kids some of the time too. I also spend some time reading books or even listening to books or podcasts about self-improvement or self-development. And also recently, like I mentioned before, I just had eye surgery. I had PRK done. I am about to go in to have PRK eye surgery done. It's similar to LASIK, but a little bit different. It takes longer to heal. I'm excited and a little bit nervous, so I hope it goes well. I will keep you posted. But I was able to take time off for that. I was able to record my videos in advance and schedule them and be able to let my eyes rest, which I was supposed to do right after my eye surgery. And honestly, I tried to read a text message right after, and it just made my eyes burn and water so much. So I was grateful for the flexibility that I could take off work, not work on my own business, and not have any problems with that, and not have to ask someone else for that time off because the doctor recommended taking almost a week off of work. And of course, if someone needs help, if they need a ride to the airport or to their doctor's appointment or something else, then I have a flexible schedule that I am able to help them out. And last summer, I had a friend who was getting into pickleball, so we would go and play pickleball some of the time, and then we would go to the pool after, which was really fun. And I am also religious, so I get to spend time on my church calling and serving in that way. And if there's something new that I want to try, then I'm able to do that. And then of course, I do enjoy traveling, so I'm able to easily take vacations. I don't have to request time off or make sure that I have enough vacation time. I'm able to just take the time off and I can schedule things out for my business in advance or even work on my business while I'm on my vacation if I want to do that. Another thing that is nice, if I am tired, if I stayed up late the night before, or if I just didn't sleep well, then I'm able to take a nap during the day. I remember when I was little, I was forced to take naps and I did not like taking naps at all. But now I don't mind it so much. Essentially, those are a lot of the things that I spend my time on. I'm able to stay healthy because I have the time to exercise. And I'm able to eat well because I have the time to make my own food. And I get to do my business, which I am passionate about, so I get to serve people in that way. I also get to serve in my church calling and help other people. And it probably doesn't sound super glamorous or extravagant, but that's just not my personality. I don't need to be flying in a private jet and taking vacations all of the time. It's just nice to have the time freedom to do the things that I want to be doing and have the energy to do them. And while it sounds cool to say you're a millionaire, it's more about becoming financially free. It's about creating the lifestyle that you desire without having to work. You, of course, have the option to work if you want to, or rely on someone else for money. I feel like a lot of time people don't really understand the concept of financial freedom. They just think, oh, you're all about the money and all you want to do is just quit your job and lay on the beach or be lazy and just not have to work. But that's not really it. It's about creating a life that you really enjoy without having the stress of money. We all have different desires and different skills, but once you've created that financial freedom for yourself, then you can really pursue what you desire, or you can increase your skills or work on a new skill. It's entirely up to you because you have the choice. And what made the biggest difference for me in becoming financially free and becoming a millionaire is investing my money. Not saving my money, not spending, not making more money, but investing my money, making it work for me. And that is the short version of how I became financially free. And if you want the longer version, I created a video for you. I will leave a link above and below in the description, and you can check that out later on. And if you're thinking, well, how do I know when I reach financial freedom? I was wondering that same question, so I also created a video about that. I will leave a link above and below in the description. You can check that one out later on too. Hopefully this gives you an idea on what it's like to be financially free. And of course, I didn't make this video all glamorous and extravagant because that's not how I am. I know other people might like that sort of thing, but I'm more simple and I enjoy the small things in life. That's what makes me happy. And I feel like that is what is important, focusing on what really makes you happy, what brings you joy. But by working toward financial freedom, you can create that life that you desire. And it may be more extravagant than mine, but that's the beauty of it. You get to choose. You can fly on a private jet all the time if you want to, or you can stay at your 9-to-5 job if that's something that you really enjoy. It's entirely up to you. Comment below and tell me what you are most looking forward to when you become financially free or when you become a millionaire. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful or inspirational, please hit that like button and share it with someone else who would like to hear this information, and hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.